I hate to say this, but it was feeling kind of 2020-ish around the country this weekend after of course, mass shooting in Buffalo, which clearly the authorities say was racially motivated.
Well, it was racially motivated.
Yeah, the man said he was a white supremacist, and he certainly proved that. There was another incident in Texas that happened. It actually happened on Thursday. This video came out over the weekend, and it is really startling to see a 9-year-old boy who was white showing up on the doorstep of Dee and Carissa Nash of their home in a suburb of Texas. They are black, and watch what the kid did, because it set off a whole incident that involved a gun in this neighborhood. Watch.
Hey guys, so check out this video of this little boy coming to my house, beating on my door with a whip, trying to attack my daughter. Take a look at this.
Little boy, you better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave.
So, first of all, where did this kid get a whip?
And, I mean, how old is this kid? Like 9 years old?
9 years old. So, Dee went across the street to the young boy's house and spoke to his father. And that's where police say the father actually had a gun in his hand during this conversation. Watch and listen to what happened.
Bring your ass outside without the gun then, bitch. I've already come out before.
Come on, let's do it. No, baby, get back. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
So the gun discharged.
The gun went off, and police say the white man, his daughter, was very nearly shot when he mishandled the gun. He has been charged with a felony. Yes, arrested and charged for the mishandling of that gun and discharging it. But I'm glad that Dee and Carissa Nash are joining us right now, because we're just trying to figure out what led
happened here
up to all of this.
So Dee and Carissa, welcome to TMZ Live. We're so sorry you went through this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So can you explain to us, it seems like there is some history with this 9-year-old boy. My understanding is with your kids. Could you explain?
Well, I mean, there's really no history. I mean, they had class together last year. From what we've seen in the recent video on the news, we saw that the constable stated that they've had several disagreements. We reached out to the school this morning to see, if that was true. And they advised us that they have no record of them ever having a disagreement, but they do have record of him having disagreement with other students. So we really don't know where it stemmed from. I know, they walk home together, it's a group of kids that walk home together, and he was hitting the kids with his skateboard, using racial slurs, and, a lot of them are siblings. So they, defended themselves, and so did my daughter. So when another kid pushed him down into some water, and, when he got back up, my daughter was the first one, behind him. So that's when he, tried to, attack her, and she ran home and told me what happened.
So, Dee, what happened when you went over to speak to that kid's father, obviously explaining to him that your son just showed up on my door with a whip? Before the gun came out, what was the conversation?
Well, the gun was always out. He answered the door with the gun. So basically what happened is my wife called the police out right after the boy left with the whip. The police came out. They said, hey, the kid is 9 years old. There's nothing we can really do. We can't press charges or charge him with criminal mischief or vandalism because he's only 9. The initial officer spoke with the boy's father, and he never showed him the video. He never told him about the damages to our vehicle. He basically just, said that, hey, this guy's moving out here soon. And I think all of this would just blow over and work itself out.
Wow.
They completely downplayed the whip. They said the whip was not a weapon.
When did it not become a weapon?
Right.
I'm shocked that there's not an acknowledgement of, this thing about the whip is not a weapon. I'm sorry, there's some history, especially you guys are in the South, you're in Texas, that there's no acknowledgement that
it's symbolism of it.
There's clear symbolism that should be addressed.
Exactly. And that was our whole thing. That's the whole reason we wanted to get this out to the public, because they never confiscated the whip. The whip is still out there. He could bring it to school. And if he don't have a problem bringing it to our home, he definitely won't have a problem taking it to school. And my biggest fear is him chasing my daughter down the street with a whip.
Right.
How terrifying that would be for her to experience something like that. So we just want to make sure she's protected.
I'm just wondering, I mean, what a week that this happens to you on Thursday and then a few days later, Buffalo. And,
Right.
and I'm sure that this all connects for you. I'm just wondering how that makes you feel, having gone through what you went through, getting the reception from the police the way you did, and then you see this over the weekend, how you feel about this.
It's a bit overwhelming. You know, we've been getting emails, calls, messages, people just constantly, showing us support. We're glad that, everyone is rallying behind us with this, and, and we're letting them know that, hey, this is not acceptable. This is how things escalate. This is why we have things happen like things that happen in Buffalo, because it starts with something like this.
Yeah.
This stuff is taught. This stuff is not, you're not born like that. I don't believe. I think it's taught. So we're definitely trying to get used to all of this attention that we're receiving. Our kids are, kind of afraid to go outside. But, we let them know that they're safe, and we make sure they stay right here in front when they want to go outside and play. So our biggest thing is just protecting our kids and make sure that our family's safe.
You guys have got this calm about you that a lot of people just couldn't pull off. It's admirable.
Yes,
I
I'm
gotta
glad to
say.
hear you're getting support.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.